Have you ever found yourself in a relationship, scratching your head and wondering, how did I even get here? You know the person isn't right for you. Maybe they even hurt you. But the thought of leaving feels impossible. It's a confusing, frustrating, and incredibly common experience. Today, we're diving deep into the powerful psychological reason behind this phenomenon: cognitive dissonance. It's a term you might have heard before, but understanding how it works in our love lives can be a total game changer. So, stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer picture of why we sometimes stay in situations that are not good for us, and more importantly, what we can do about it. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is cognitive dissonance? In simple terms, it's the mental discomfort we feel when we hold two or more conflicting beliefs, values, or ideas at the same time. Our brains are hardwired to seek consistency. When things don't add up, our mind feels this internal tension, this dissonance, and it desperately wants to resolve it. Think of it like a puzzle with pieces that don't fit. Your brain will try to either change the pieces or change the picture to make it work. Now let's apply this to relationships. Imagine you believe you are a smart, rational person who deserves love and respect. That's belief A. But then, you find yourself in a relationship where you're constantly being ignored, criticized, or made to feel small. That's reality B. These two things are in direct conflict. Your belief about yourself and what you deserve clashes with the reality of your relationship. This clash creates that uncomfortable feeling of cognitive dissonance. Your brain is now in a state of alert, saying, "Something's not right here. We need to fix this." So how does our brain try to fix this? Well, it has a few creative strategies, and not all of them are helpful. The most logical option would be to change our behavior. That means leaving the relationship that's causing the pain. But leaving is hard. It involves heartbreak, uncertainty, loneliness, and sometimes logistical nightmares. It's a huge, scary change. So, because changing our behavior feels too difficult, our brain often opts for an easier route, changing our beliefs or attitudes. This is where things get tricky. Instead of leaving the person who hurts us, we start to justify their behavior. We might tell ourselves things like, "Oh, they didn't really mean it. They're just stressed from work." Or we minimize the hurt. "It wasn't that bad. I'm probably just being too sensitive." We start to rationalize their actions to make them fit with our decision to stay. We might even start to change our belief about what we deserve, thinking, maybe this is just how relationships are. Maybe I don't deserve any better. We create a new narrative to reduce the internal conflict. Another powerful factor is our investment. The more time, effort, emotion, and resources we've poured into a relationship, the harder it is to walk away. This is called the sunk cost fallacy. We think, "I've already put so much into this. I can't just give up now." To justify this huge investment, we convince ourselves that the relationship must be worth it, even when evidence points to the contrary. We might focus on the good times, no matter how rare they are, and magnify their importance. We tell ourselves, "Remember that one amazing vacation we had 2 years ago? That proves our love is real." We're essentially rewriting the story to make our investment feel worthwhile, which again reduces that nagging feeling of dissonance. Social pressure and our self-concept also play a huge role. We want to be seen as people who make good choices, people who are successful in their relationships. The idea of a failed relationship can feel like a personal failure. We worry about what our friends and family will think. This fear of judgment can be so strong that we choose to stay in an unhappy situation rather than face the perceived shame of leaving. To resolve the dissonance between our public image and our private pain, We might put on a happy face, post smiling photos on social media, and insist to everyone and ourselves that everything is fine. We become performers in our own lives, all to maintain a sense of consistency. So, you might be listening to this and thinking, wow, that's me. What do I do? The first and most crucial step is awareness. Just by understanding what cognitive dissonance is and recognizing it in your own thought patterns, you've already taken back a huge amount of power. Start to notice when you're making excuses for someone's behavior. Pay attention to that little voice inside you that feels uneasy. Don't push it away. Listen to it. That's your internal compass trying to tell you something is off. Try this exercise. Get a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle. On one side, write down your core beliefs about what a healthy, loving relationship looks like. What do you believe you deserve? Respect, kindness, support, honesty. On the other side, write down the realities of your current relationship. Be brutally honest with yourself. Now look at the two columns. Are they aligned? Seeing the conflict in black and white can make it much harder for your brain to justify or ignore. It confronts the dissonance head on. It's also essential to reconnect with your own sense of self-worth outside of the relationship. Remember who you were before this person came along. What were your hobbies, your passions, your goals? Start investing time and energy back into yourself. Join a class, reconnect with old friends, work on a project that excites you. When you build up your self-esteem and create a life that feels full and meaningful on its own, your reliance on the relationship for your sense of identity decreases. This makes the thought of leaving less terrifying because you know you have a strong foundation to stand on. And please, talk to someone you trust. Cognitive dissonance thrives in isolation. When we're alone with our thoughts, it's easy to get lost in a loop of rationalizations. Talking to a trusted friend, a family member, or a therapist can provide an objective perspective. They can reflect back to you what they're hearing. Without the emotional fog that you're in, they can remind you of your worth and help you see the situation more clearly. If you feel like you're struggling with this on a deep level, seeking professional help from a therapist or counselor is an incredible act of self-care. They have the tools and strategies to help you navigate these complex emotions safely and effectively. Breaking free from a cycle of cognitive dissonance isn't easy, and it doesn't happen overnight. It requires courage, self-compassion, and a commitment to honoring your own well-being. But it is absolutely possible. Recognizing that your brain is just trying to protect you from discomfort, even in a misguided way, can help you approach yourself with more kindness. You are not weak or foolish for staying. You are a human being with a brain that craves consistency, but you also have the power to choose a new path, one that aligns with your true values and the happy, healthy love you truly deserve. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore this important topic. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Remember, you're not alone in this. Thanks for watching and take care.